Here's a great question from Denise Drews that I also believe everyone else is thinking about out there, especially if you're afraid of disconnection. Listen to this one. Hi, Sam. First, I would like to thank you for all the education that you have given to us. My question starts with a statement. I have been in this industry for 25 years and learned that haircuts should be blended. So did I. I have heard you talk about disconnection and do understand it, but I am still afraid of it. I know you have a few DVDs that teach disconnection. Which one would be the best to start with? Thank you, Denise Drews. Denise, first of all, I totally can relate to you because I too was afraid to disconnect. You see, blending was important because it's something we all learned when we first come into this industry. It sets up your foundation. But things change. We discovered by cutting solid lines, we were not able to get softness and movement. So we went in and started to texturize. That's when texturizing haircuts became the hero. But then we discovered, how do you recut those short bits inside? You see, disconnection now has become much more marketable. It's easier to recut and it's easier to control. What do I mean? Take a look at disconnection in the past. It was very raw. Now, what do I mean by raw? Hard line, hair underneath. Now it has a sense of beauty to it. When you visually look at disconnection, it doesn't look like it's disconnected until you technically pull it out. Then you'll see things don't blend. But there's a reason for it. The reason being is, blending was good when it was around because everything was solid. We started picking up round brushes. We discovered that we couldn't get softness and volume because everything was blunt and very blended and precise. We discovered if we texturize it, things started to pop more, move. That's why texturizing became so popular. But then the question began, how do we recut this? We discovered we can control disconnection and recut it a lot easier versus trying to recut texture. So we moved on to disconnection. Here's the issue though. How do I get my clients to understand this? It's the way you communicate it. I'm going to go back to the past. You see, we educated them. It all started with roller sets. And it was just straight graduation, rounded graduation. Put the roller in. Then we discovered things changed. We busted it up. Then we went into disconnection. Why? Because of how things are being achieved in a shorter period of time and the end result we're getting. So, which DVD do you start with? I recommend you start out with Bobology. Whoop! There it is. Bobology. This is a great one to start out with because it really introduces you to a classical shape of bob. One of the most classical shapes. Easy way to cut it and look at it. It doesn't look disconnected, yet it is disconnected. Soft volume and lots of movement. This is the recommendation I would make. Begin with Bobology. It really sets up the art of disconnection. It takes courage to cut disconnection, but most importantly, you have to be able to communicate it to the client as to why you're doing it. I hope this helps you out, and thanks for the question, Denise.